Hello and welcome to Ladies Who Question. It's Lisa and Holly here. Hi, Holly.
Hello.
Hello. We have fun things to talk about. Fun and interesting, and I don't think Holly knows everything we're going to talk about.
No clue.
No clue.
No clue.
But I do, and we're just going to jump right in.
Okay.
Airline for dogs. Actually, it's a jet for dogs. They tout themselves as the first doggy jet service. Now, I know there have been other airlines that tried that, but it was just like a prop plane, or you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that they use that. There are guys who rescue dogs.
Right. I know about. Yes, I've heard about that.
Isn't that nice?
So nice. They pack them in, man.
Yeah.
If there's a flood or bad weather, or usually a natural disaster where all of a sudden there's lots of dogs homeless, and
they donate their time and
Yes.
the engine fuel and everything, and they transport these dogs. Well, this is not what that is.
okay. And it's like
This is very different.
put your dog on a trip to Paris. No.
Well,
No, I know.
almost. Okay, it's called. I got this from USA Today. Okay, Bark, which is a dog toy company. I know you don't know a lot about dogs, but anyway,
Right.
and they're in partnership with Bark Box, which is sort of this subscription service for dog toys and dog amenities, and just it's neat. I mean, I never did it because it was kind of not in the budget, but I know some of my friends have had it, and they really just send them cute stuff. So this is a partnership with these guys, and it's called BarkAir. Okay, they didn't have to
makes sense.
think too hard, but
Yeah.
it does say what it is, and for all our dog lovers and listeners, and maybe people who really want to transport their dog in style, let's just say that, or just a necessity, this is what they can do. Okay, so if you fly like a regular, like American, I know that you can put small dogs in a crate, underneath
Right.
the seat. Okay, and same on United. But United does have cargo for dogs, which
Dicey.
I have heard good,
Frozen,
and I've heard
overheated.
very bad.
Yeah, I can
very,
imagine.
No, I mean, I had to send a dog home after we first moved here. I moved back from California. I had to send our doggy, the Saint Bernard mix that we had, back to California because he got so freaked out about thunderstorms and lightning, and it was desperate, and it was selfish on my part to keep the dog, and he was being very destructive, but mostly he was just scared.
Okay.
So I had to send him via cargo. And it was just awful, and I had to do it in the summer, and I was just, I know.
Oh.
Well, thunderstorms,
Did he
summer.
survive?
He was fine.
Okay.
He was fine. But I've never, it was just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But I wish that I could have at the time. Of course, he was so big. He was a Saint Bernard, Saint Bernard and Labrador mix. So it wasn't really. I couldn't have put him in a crate underneath my seat. But anyway, I had to send him that way. If I had known about this, or if there had been this back in 1989, I think, or 1990, I would have happily spent the money if I had it. Anyway, the first flights begin May 23rd.
Oh, this is spanking new. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, the airline tickets are already available. So if you have to do this with your dog, you can go on BarkAir and buy them. But the flights don't start till May 23rd. There are two routes, just right now for starters. And they're not really around here where you and I live in Illinois. They fly out of New York's Westchester County Airport. So it's one of those, like for us here in Northeast Illinois, it'd be like Palwaukee.
Yeah.
Palwaukee. Is that
Or
still there?
Milwaukee.
Or Milwaukee. Or not Milwaukee, the one, that private.
Oh, Palwaukee. Yeah.
Well,
it's there.
Palwaukee's in Wheeling.
I mean, that's right.
And this,
it's in Waukesha. I pass it all the time. I don't know.
oh,
the name of
it's that far north? Oh, I thought there was one north in Illinois too. And like,
Oh, Waukegan?
yeah, there was one.
Oh, there's a
in Waukegan.
private airport
right.
there.
So it'd be like that.
Oh, it's in and out of a private airport?
Yeah, I think, New York Westchester County.
Okay.
Well, it says County Airport.
I've been to Westchester County Airport.
And? Is it a public?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It takes flights from O'Hare.
Oh. Okay.
And Westchester County is a very wealthy county.
Right. Very affluent.
So
That's what I
that
figured.
may be why that's probably part of why they put it there.
That's exactly it. And you've got a population base in New York's, city to choose from. Okay, what goes to London? London Stansted Airport. So that's one of the flights.
Okay.
And then there's the other one that they have to LA's Van Nuys, which you probably also know.
Yeah.
What's that airport
That's
like?
another private airport, too.
Okay.
It's kind of up by Burbank in that area, in the valley.
All right.
And private airport, small.
From a financial standpoint, that makes sense as
well. It
well.
makes sense, yeah.
Well,
so they're just flying the dog to a destination where another, like, they'll either have family there or they're going on vacation and they want to meet the dog there.
whatever the circumstance, I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. It
So
could
it's
be
East Coast, West Coast, and then to London.
Well, right.
Okay.
Well, East Coast, it's just they're flying out of the New York airport. They're flying out of the New York airport, and then probably they can go London back.
Right.
And LA back.
Yeah. So they're not just, because they're flying out of that airport, that means they must just go to LA and back, because then if they fly out of another airport, that means, and then that person, Dallas or whatever.
That's it.
So those are probably where they're trying it out.
Yeah, right.
And how much is it?
Well, I'll get to that.
Okay.
Okay. Here are the good things. No TSA screenings. They're not going to give your dog a cavity search or anything or whatever.
Movie.
And I know, right?
I mean, it would be a good movie from a
dog standpoint.
From a dog standpoint, but also, what if you want to smuggle stuff and you smuggle it in your dog? It would be terrible.
Oh, God, I didn't even think about that.
No, I thought of the bad stuff. Because I watch those kind of shows.
Oh,
but anyways, from a dog standpoint, it would be good too.
Okay, now I want them to put the dogs through the X-ray. Maybe they have them go through the X-ray.
I think they'd have to.
Yeah, they're okay. Well, there's something, but it's not like they're gonna. Oh my God, that's the first thing.
Okay,
God, now I'm so distracted thinking about someone doing something bad to a dog. Okay, no, but anyway, and they get to hang with the other dogs. Like,
so are they strapped in? No, they run around the plane?
They can walk around freely.
Oh, my
gosh. They do, before flight, they make sure that the dogs aren't going to get all, wacky with each other. Yeah, and they could strap them in, but...
So how many people do they have on the flight to manage the dogs?
You know what? That was not in the article because I looked at that. But they do have, for the other dogs, or for all the dogs, they have calming pheromones. Ooh. Okay, music that dogs would like.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, whenever I have a dog at my house, I always play light classical. Mm-hmm. I go to that channel on the music channel.
There's doggy jazz.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
The music channel has doggy jazz?
I don't know if it's on the music channel, but that's what I play for when I babysit my grand dog.
Your grand dog. See, I always play light classical. I'll have to look for dog jazz or whatever. Oh, okay. Also, colors dogs like. And I'm thinking... And I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
I mean, I heard they have a limited color palette that, they don't have the same rods and cones that we do. So in their eyes, so they've got like grays and something, maybe blues. I don't know.
Okay.
So colors dogs like, which I would be interested in knowing that. Calming treats, probably.
That makes sense.
What's that called? Not THC, the other one.
CBD.
CBD.
Yeah.
Probably CBD treats.
Take some gummies.
Yeah, some CBD gummies.
Okay.
I gave those to Harvey when he had cancer. I just gave those to make him, for the pain and everything like that. They have treats, of course. They have noise canceling earmuffs.
Oh, cute. We've got to see this. I'm dying to see what the inside of the plane looks like.
It's like a private plane. And it's got
no seats, or
no, it has seats.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like, did you ever see that really cute not music video, but YouTube video where the dogs are waiting to get on the dog bus to go play? Oh, no. Oh God, you got to see this. There's a bus.
Okay.
Every day these dogs go to doggy daycare and they wait at these dogs are so good.
But this is happening.
I think it's in Alaska.
Okay. Wow.
Because there were a lot of hardy dogs like there. There weren't any foo-foo dogs.
Okay.
And the dogs sit there and they wait at their bus stop.
Uh-huh.
And it looks like kind of remote areas. The door opens, dog jumps in. They're all like, "Oh, hi, yeah, Gus is here. Hey, cute. Sam." Anyway, and the dog goes to its seat, gets buckled in by the bus driver, and goes
it gets buckled in. Okay.
Oh, yeah. And then goes to pick up the next one. But it's kind of like they're all like, hey, yeah. And then they open up the door when they get to the destination, which is an enclosed, huge, it looks like I don't know where they're going, but it's it looks like dog heaven to me. And they just pile out.
Oh, wow.
And they run. They're like, yeah. And they have doggy daycare. And then they get back in and they all get dropped off.
I'm surprised we don't have a service like that here.
Well, there might be, but this one was particular. This is like a school bus.
Yeah.
There may be one, but this one was just cute because, I don't know, the dogs were all so jacked about it.
Yeah, they know the bus is coming. They're waiting by themselves at the bus stop. Wow.
Well, some of them are.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was kind of like they expected. It's kind of like how your dog waits in the window for you to get home. Yeah. They're like going, ooh, the bus. My friends.
The bus.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
What else do they have? Calming jackets. Those. You probably don't know what they are, and I can't remember the name of them. They're these it's like a dog jacket, but it puts pressure on certain points in the body that are calming.
Okay.
Like acupressure points. And I can't remember the name of the jacket. It's really cool. And they were very popular. And actually my next door neighbor used it on their dog who got scared of thunderstorms.
Oh.
That's it. Thundercoat.
Oh,
it's called
Thundercoat.
Yeah. Okay, so they probably have those. And then they have whatever treats, the dog, I think I already said treats, but the beverages of choice. So probably, I don't know, meat-flavored water. And they should, because now I'll tell you how much it costs.
Okay. I'm kind of dying.
Okay, these are one way.
Okay.
Okay, the one to Stansted Airport in London.
Okay, from Westchester.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
$8,000. Yeah.
Okay.
That was a jaw dropper, right?
Definitely for the elite. Yeah. The 1%ers.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say like 2,000.
2,000?
Wow. So
2,000 is what we would pay for a coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the dogs don't. I don't know.
Or unless you got a really good
They don't have luggage.
flight. Well, that's true. They don't have luggage, but it's
so
a private jet.
How
and
many
it's small.
fit on the jet?
It didn't go into
20
that.
times
But
eight.
I saw from the photo, which we'll post on social media. We'll send it to Claire, our social media person, and she can post it. But it's kind of a view from the back looking up, and you just see the dogs like hanging their heads over the, like, oh, hi, whatever. And they're just sort of lolling about in the cabin. And I don't know how many people tend to them, but they have them there. I saw 2, 4, like 8 seats. Seems like 2, 4, 6, 8, and that was just from what I saw. I don't know how many.
Right.
So a lot of, and the one to Van Nuys, 6,000.
So 6,000 to go across the country.
Yeah, and this is one way.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I know, it kind of makes it even. I know.
Well, they have to figure out their margins, and that's where they have to make
That's
money.
right.
And so I'm sure they do an amazing job with the dogs.
Yeah.
Where they're really taking care of all their needs.
Well, that sounds like it, doesn't it?
How many people treat their dogs better than their kids? A ton of people.
Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't have kids, because I think my kids, what I would have heard would be, you like the dog better than me. I know my ex-husband used to say that. I'd be like, sometimes.
Maybe it was true.
On occasion, yeah. Okay, we'll be right back. We have something else fun, and it's all about getting organized and getting others ready for the thereafter. Okay, we're back. And what are you going to do with all your crap? Moreover, what are your relatives, your family, or whoever? I don't want to leave them all my stuff. And you know what? There's a lot of well, yeah.
When my parents died, it was a nightmare.
Yeah, mine too.
Oh, so much
When my mom.
crap.
Well, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
And this is kind of something that you do not only for those or who come after you, I should say, but you do it for yourself as well. And what got me started on this topic is I can't remember where I was when I saw something, or what was it, last year? Was it that? I have no idea. But I did see this show, and I don't know if it was on Netflix or Peacock. I think it was on Peacock because it's aligned with Amy Poehler, and because she's aligned with NBC, I think it was on Peacock. And it was sometime in the last year or so. It was called The Gentle Art of Swedish Death Cleaning. And I watched all the installments, and there were about 8. And I found it fascinating. I mean, I'll go so far as to say riveting, because each of the different 8 people that were involved with this had very different situations. A couple were, they were going to
Question.
die. Yeah.
Is this a documentary or
No,
reality show?
It was a reality show.
So it was real people.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I didn't know if it was like a sitcom.
Oh,
or,
no, that's a question.
You said Amy Poehler. I'm like, oh.
Well, she was the producer.
Oh, I
of
see.
it.
Was she narrating it, kind of?
I think she did narrate. Yeah, she may have narrated it, but she had 3 different people. She had one was a designer, one was a professional organizer, and the third one had expertise in counseling.
Okay.
So they had things covered. So the designer had to do with how do you want to reorganize your space and redo your space to make it better after you've cleaned out all this crap. Okay. So the organizer first comes in, bam, whatever. And then in the meantime, the counselor's kind of talking the people through it because they have very real issues. Ooh. Very real. They are, some of them are facing, they're terminal or whatever, who knows. Oh. And some have had divorces. There's always some sort of terminus in each person's life of varying situations, various. And it was interesting. I mean, it was a heart grabber for me a couple times. I mean, really emotional.
Okay, so let's hear about one of the episodes.
Okay. Well, I don't remember all those.
Or just really how it rolled.
Well, how it rolled is it's like a 6 or 8 part series. That's how I got on this, okay? But then in Nice News, where I got this story from, they were talking about the book. It was a 2018 book by Margareta Magnusson, and she is Swedish, so whatever. Yeah. Okay, it's kind of like Marie Kondo. Remember that whole Marie Kondo, the organization maven? Oh, she was,
that was on TV?
Yes.
And she was just, people were trying to hire her left and right, a lot of celebrities. And
because she said, unless it brings you joy, don't keep it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, this is like that, but with a Scandinavian twist, so it's going to be a little more severe.
Okay.
As are things, all Scandinavian, at least in my experience. Okay, so basically it helps others so you don't have to, leave your crap. And it helps you, too, whoever you are, because you get organized and makes your life simpler.
And I think it declutters your brain.
Well,
because sometimes if I get a lot of work done, like on a Saturday, I'll be like, yay, I finally got that closet cleaned out. Or I'm like, I can't do anything until I clean this part of my office out. When I declutter, it declutters the brain.
See, because it helps you make sense of a crazy world, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. See, I do the same thing. And I think that's why sometimes, I don't know if men do it. I've never seen them do it.
I don't think so.
No, when I'm frustrated about something or whatever, I'll either start to clean like a mad woman or I'll dig in my yard even if I don't need to. You know what I mean? But I think that's just what we do because we know it helps settle something.
Helps.
Oh, good. Okay. I figured.
Because there's some kind of blockage there where I sometimes feel like I can't move on until I clean this out.
Right.
And then you clean it out and you go, oh, I feel so much better. And then you move on to whatever.
It's kind of like a lot of articles I've been reading about how the importance of sleep and then the why of the importance of sleep is because when you are asleep, if you get into that good REM sleep, it's kind of like, it's like sort of a software board, like a chips in your brain. They all kind of click, 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 click into place. And literally the garbage in your brain goes.
Oh.
And I think that's on a physiological scale, but I think on an emotional scale, that's what like you and I are doing or other people who do stuff like that. So anyway, that to me, this is part of it on a very material scale. Okay. So here are the suggestions. I didn't get too deep into this. We can always explore it more. Go from larger to smaller. Or these are just the main 5 tips. Start with your closet. Because you see that every day, right? So start with your closet. Okay, the second thing is large items in your house. Is there a couch you don't need, or down to the smallest things like a lamp or a rug? So you just, bam, does somebody else want this? Do I really need this here? Are my relatives going to want to move this out? That kind of thing. And do, third tip, one room at a time. Don't just like going, this and this and this. Focus. Boom. Kitchen. Boom, spare room, office, Number 4, tell your family and friends that you're doing this.
Oh.
So they don't all of a sudden don't go like what we did with my grandma. Why did you give away your bed?
Yeah.
Well, she knew why she was doing it, but we didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just say, hey, I'm trying to make it easy for you guys, right? I mean, doesn't that make sense?
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah. And then the 5th one is you don't have to make this like a major project. You just do it at your own speed. Just say, oh, it's a rainy weekend, or it's snowy, or it's, I don't know, I don't want to go outside. Or I feel the bug. Let's just do it. And then do it.
Okay.
And that's it.
Wow.
And if you want to learn more about this, pick up that book. It's called Swedish Death Cleaning, and it's by Margarita Magnusson. I'm sure your local bookstore here locally, we have Lake Forest Bookstore.
Yep.
Pick it up and do it.
Okay, so when you say death cleaning, it's usually because somebody is anticipating dying, or maybe somebody died, or...
Well, no, this is that. No, what I'm saying is this is you do this so others don't have to clean out your crap.
Oh, I see. So when you do move along.
Well, you don't. I mean, you could do it at any point, even
Right.
even if you don't. You just didn't just get bad news. I mean, just
Or just keep up on it. So
yeah. But this is more. This is
this is more kind of end of life.
Yeah, it's like I don't. Yeah, a little bit.
I get
but
it.
who knows?
Who knows? Because emotionally, a lot of people are attached to things like I am. I have my grandmother's dining room set in my basement.
Oh my god!
Of course, nobody wants it.
But
none of my kids want it.
It means a lot.
It
to
means
you.
so much to me, so I know how that is. I'm like, what am I
Yeah.
going to do with that? Every couple of months, I poke around and I tackle something because.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah.
See,
I
number
throw-
5, do it at your own speed.
I sometimes throw too much stuff away, or I throw away I throw away stuff that maybe my husband didn't want thrown away. But
Was he using it?
well, no, he wasn't, and so I'll always time it out when he's out of town.
You and every
And
other
he
woman.
never. No, men don't notice.
That's what I mean.
And then
Yeah.
2 years go by, and I'll say, "Oh, do you remember?" Blah? Yeah. Well, oh, where? And he'll act like he couldn't find it, but he doesn't even remember it.
Right. See.
And I'll say, "Well, I gave that away."
Yeah. Because somebody else can make use of it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's a large part of it too. Why hold on to stuff when there are others who are in need and they don't mind? I mean, I didn't mind getting used stuff when I didn't have any money at all.
Right.
I was like, God, I'm glad I got it. Like
Yeah.
even when it was a carrot peeler, like cool. Times got thin there in, college and right out of college. So
When my kids all went off to college, literally the first week they were gone, I redid their rooms.
you're one of them.
I didn't redo them. I just cleaned them, like
Wow.
every drawer, everything. And then they'd come home and go, "Oh my gosh." I did toss a lot of stuff away because they left it behind and I knew they were never going to use it
Right,
again.
right.
So that felt so good.
Well, that was very Marie Kondo.
Oh, was it?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, obviously they didn't cherish it, so you
Right.
unpossessed it for them.
Unpossessed. That's
I
a
just
good
made
term.
it. I don't even. It's probably not even a word. I probably just made it up, and it probably isn't even very good. But anyway, that's that. So if you're interested, boom. Any other questions? Any other
No,
thoughts?
but hey, we'd love to hear from you guys out there. Send us your questions and your thoughts and what you want us to talk about, and review and listen to us and rate us, and tell your friends. We're trying to get to 1,000 listeners.
Oh, absolutely. But we would love it if you followed us on Instagram.
Instagram's a fun one. We have a great social media gal. Shout out to Claire Caulfield, and we'd love to hear your feedback.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Harvey. Ladies Who Question is executive produced and edited by me, Lisa Dominique, and also executive produced by Holly Caulfield. Holly also does most of our research, and Claire Caulfield is in charge of technical assistance and social media. Music, My Lionheart. Sketch music by Florian Manx and Matthew Anderson. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe, follow, rate, and review Ladies Who Question on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Send your thoughts to ladieswhoquestion@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, and our website, ladieswhoquestion.com.
All content discussed on Ladies Who Question are the opinions of Lisa Dominique and Holly Caulfield and should not be construed as advice of any kind. By listening to this podcast, you agree not to use this podcast as advice of any personal or medical issue for yourself or others. This disclaimer also applies to guests or contributors to the podcast.